Hello, I'm Michael Lemley, executive producer and director of this series that you're going to be learning about today in this video, Monuments, Memorials, and Museums, a project that is integrating technology into education, and I'm joined here with...
Hi, my name is Caroline Nice. I am one of the editors and writers of this project.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Hell, and I'm a writer and an editor for this project.
Hi, I'm Victoria Alexander, and I'm a writer and editor for this project.
So how did we start this project? How did this project come about?
Our teacher had thought of the idea because she wanted to do something different that no one else had done before, so she got the idea of monuments, memorials, or museums.
We decided, let's make something for ourselves, let's use technology and really infuse it into education and kind of make this whole project. So how did we start writing this project?
I know for me, when I chose the Thomas Jefferson one, I liked it because of its location. It is set on the tidal basin, and during certain months there's cherry trees that bloom, and it's stunning, and so I really wanted to do that one.
Because the whole writing process itself took some time, and then eventually once it was all done, I remember we all kind of gathered in a circle, kind of like this one, and we kind of peer edited each other's papers. Then we actually started production on April 9th, 2013.
It was really nerve-wracking. I was excited, but I was really nervous. It was crazy though, because all the people were all around us asking us questions, like if we were reporters or something, and it was fun to have that experience.
Michael also, we had maybe like an hour footage for each of us, and how long did each of our videos turn out? Maybe like 5 minutes?
5 or 7 minutes, yeah.
So he went through like the hours of video and he condensed it down to 5 minutes.
That's some talent right there.
Yeah,
Good job, Michael.
So getting back to that kind of the filming aspect of it, we each went up on a certain day and kind of filmed each person's monument, and we got also footage of it, and we did it in a really professional way. Edited it down into a 4 to 5 minute video, as you can see on YouTube. Something that strikes me is when we're actually we had an overnight shoot. We filmed at night. We filmed at the Jefferson Memorial late at night at 11 o'clock at night. All of the girls were tired and in the car. We got footage of the Jefferson Memorial at night, and that was one of the best experiences I can say I've ever had, and it was just amazing.
The shot that you went like all the way up the statue in the center of the monument. It was phenomenal. It's an iconic shot.
You guys kind of really learned technology in a way that maybe you couldn't have in a traditional sense, but you kind of got it all together and then kind of grew to be like an awesome crew. Because you guys were awesome when we were up in DC.
I think they're like us growing as a group. It's kind of bonded us, and you can see it through our videos, how tight we are and how we work together well, and we all understand each other's strengths and weaknesses.
We had fun at night. We had fun making mistakes and kind of just growing as friends. One of the memories I had was with all of you guys, and we were at the World War II Memorial at night, and you guys were just kind of goofing off, and I got it on tape, which was really funny. But that was one of the hilarious parts for me. We recently won a grant for our project for $2,000 from ING, for $2,000, part of their Unsung Heroes project. And once we got the check, we had to decide how to spend the money. And Victoria, how did we decide what we wanted to spend it on?
Well, we really wanted something that we could really use a lot, and one of the things we really needed was a teleprompter, and it really helped us not have to memorize and just keep going on with our filming.
I think what helped us decide what we needed is we just identified what wasn't helping us at all. Like, we had to carry all this stuff around DC, and it was just so annoying, and none of us wanted to hold it, so we got this huge case. Like, you probably could store a body in it. It's really big. So it really did not take long for us to figure out what we wanted to spend money on.
The decision-making process was really influenced by the fact that we all kind of really grew together as friends. I got to know Caroline a lot better, Elizabeth a lot better, and Victoria a lot better over the course of the year. And you guys kind of became like my circle, my inner circle of like filmmaking buddies and stuff. So you guys are now like my best friends, and so like through the decision-making process, it really made the process a whole lot easier.
I think like half the time in the 30 minutes we put all together for you to edit down, half the time was bloopers. Do y'all remember the line? I can't remember that. Is my hair in the way?
Yeah, I remember one time my teacher was talking, and I was like, Dr. Lindsay, you messed up my shot.
And then also Michael, he was just getting really frustrated because he could not talk right.
I could not.
He was just messing up his lines. And he's like, can I get a teleprompter? Not knowing that we would now have a teleprompter.
Remember, Caroline, there's this group of tourists that came up and started taking pictures of you, and you got super dark. You're like, go away, go away. You wouldn't even let me be there, so let alone a bunch of tourists be there. You're like, no. It was really funny because from the outside I was standing there, I was like taking pictures. Oh, Caroline's famous. You
We
did
were
it, Caroline.
famous. I mean, we really were. I mean, me and Elizabeth, we were up there once at the Jefferson Memorial. We had someone come up to us and be like, "Are you guys from the news? Do you produce for the news?" We're like, "No, we're from Williamsburg, Virginia. We're producing videos. We're students. We're not from the news or anything." So I thought that was really interesting, and I really liked that part.
So how did you select the soundtrack for our videos?
Well, the soundtrack for the videos in and of itself, I'm a big fan of music in general. I love music, and like soundtrack in particular. And I just like kind of like the feel that kind of like went with the video, went with the soundtrack to these videos.
I remember we were just watching one of the rough drafts of Elizabeth's video, and we were trying to figure out what music he had added into it. We're like, Michael, is that Taylor Swift?
It was a Taylor Swift song. It was Taylor Swift's Begin Again, and the Piano Guys did a cover on that song, and I thought it was really pretty, not knowing it was Taylor Swift at the time. But then I'm like, oh, so I decided to put it in. The whole way that we did the soundtrack really just encapsulated kind of everything that we wanted for our viewers to feel during the videos.
So how do you think y'all have grown? Like, what are your strengths and weaknesses? How have they changed? I think now you've done a lot better with the other videos.
We also have like more confidence now in not caring about messing up, just kind of like going with the flow.
And I remember like I didn't like to interview people beforehand, and so now through these projects and through this one, stepping in front of the camera, I've gotten a lot more comfortable.
Have you improved anyway? Because you were used to be like behind the camera, but now we just kind of like stuck you in front of it.
I know, right? I mean, I at first, when we first started out this project, I had no idea what I was going to do, honestly. For these videos, I was super nervous about producing them. I thought they were going to turn out awful, but they didn't. They turned out really nice, and it grew my self-confidence as an editor to kind of say, wow, I can produce these kinds of products.
I remember what was also unique was that our teacher would tweet about us the whole entire time. Literally every intimate detail that happened. The more and more that people heard about our project, the more the word got around, and it's still going around, which is neat.
Twitter was a huge part in this project.
I think it still is.
Still is. We actually have a Twitter account at monmemmus, which is kind of weird, but Monuments, Memorials, and Museums is kind of what it stands for.
Another neat thing that we got to experience was we wanted to add on to this project and come again and do it this year like we did last year, but better.
Together, I'm just so grateful that you guys kind of came along and just kind of joined as a part of this project, and kind of that I got to know you guys each a lot better. You guys are awesome people, and really just helped bring this project to the next level and bring it to a reality.